Hello, everyone. Today we are going to talk about American drama thriller called The Immaculate Room from 2022. A lot of interesting things are waiting for you. Michael and Catherine are a young couple in love. Suddenly, they get a unique chance to earn $5 million. All they have to do is participate in a rich man's experiment and spend 50 days in a completely isolated white room. They have to stay in this room alone, without any other people. The young couple is determined, but it is unlikely that they would have agreed to this experiment if they knew how it would end. Michael and Catherine enter a spacious room with white walls. They have been chosen to participate in a social experiment with a huge prize pool of $5 million. To collect the prize, they just need to stay in this room for 50 days. If one of them fails and leaves, the remaining participant can continue the experiment on his own. In this case, the prize will be $1 million less. The guy wants to devote his life to real art and charity, and the girl wants to invest and multiply her winnings. They are both very excited about the opportunity they have been given. They are lying on a large, comfortable bed and from time to time look around. A voice speaks to them, reminding them of some simple rules. For example, the bathroom can only be used separately from each other, and the lights automatically go out at 10 p.m. The alarm can be set for any time, and Kate sets the alarm for 7 a.m. Michael does not object. In addition, there is a red button in the room. You can press it to interrupt the experiment and leave. The strangest thing here is the food. It can be ordered 3 times a day through the touch menu. It's a specially designed shake that has no taste or smell, but is rich in nutrients. And that's it. No TV or other contact with the outside world. There is only one bonus. Everyone has 2 secret activities, but to use them, you need to deduct some money from the prize pool. The large clock above the front door starts counting down. 50 days. When they go to bed on the first night, Michael wants to be intimate with Catherine, but she worries that they might be watched. However, under the covers, the young couple feels more relaxed. In the morning, Catherine goes to the bathroom. The girl is determined to stick to a routine so as not to go crazy, while Michael relies more on humor and creativity. They take turns showering and getting clean clothes through a special compartment in the bathroom. They spend the rest of the day in simple red and blue pajamas. They discuss the professor who started the experiment. Michael watched a documentary about him. One day, the professor found an ordinary family from a small town and spent $150 million to make them the stars of his show. At first, everything went well. The 2 daughters became models, and the father acted in movies. The mother also got a high position, but the end was sad. The woman shot her husband for cheating on her, and the children became mired in sins and addiction. The professor is a mysterious personality, about whom the only thing known for sure is that he is obscenely rich. There is only one interview with him in which he stated that even as a student, he was interested in influencing people. He likes to feel that people become his toys. The young couple feels quite uncomfortable, but they are determined not to be manipulated. However, subconsciously, they are already starting to do so. Mikey has doubts that the clock is ticking at the right speed. He looks at the clock for a long time and tries to examine it. As a result, he begins to think that the clock is going backwards, and the seconds are changing their duration. Kate is meditating at this time and advises him not to pay attention to the clock because time will pass much faster that way. They notice that if they look at the white walls, the effect of time stopping appears. It is only the 3rd day, and their psyche is already losing the fight against boredom. Mikey returns to humor and asks if there is a rule about how to brush your teeth. Kate is better at it thanks to a routine and a sense of victory. She supports the boy, and they manage to fill the next few days with a variety of activities. They dance and play children's games. The girl meditates, and Mikey runs and does push-ups. They take their dirty pajamas to the laundry and get a new set. At the end of the 4th week, Mikey finds a live bug in his room. He immediately befriends it and wants to feed it a cocktail, but a voice announces that this is forbidden because the rules say that food is only for participants. Then Mikey comes up with an idea. Press the red button to open the door and let him out. Kate explains that the rules don't allow this, and they will lose the experiment. They are being watched by automated systems to which Mikey will not be able to explain his plan. But the man is getting more and more irritated because he wants to save a living being. He accuses Kate of lacking compassion. Mikey refuses to eat the animals he kills, but Kate says it's unnatural. For example, the boy began to get sick much more often. In addition, she believes that Mikey became a vegan only because he wants to spite his wealthy father, who provided him with everything he needed as a child. Kate was much less fortunate and faced poverty, unlike the rich artist. She tries to leave and accidentally steps right on the beetle. Catherine apologizes, but Mikey doesn't really believe that she didn't do it on purpose. He takes offense and spends the rest of the day sitting in the corner. Eventually, it occurs to him to ask for one of the bonuses provided by the organizers. He tells Kate about it, but she's not happy about it because it would require them to give away $100,000 of the prize pool. This is the amount that will be deducted from the winnings for the first game. But Mikey has already made his decision, and as a result gets 1 green chalk. Now he can diversify the perfectly white interior of the room. He begins to draw trees, birds, grass, and many other pictures on the walls. Kate watches from the side and asks him to draw her portrait. She wants the portrait to look realistic, but Mikey starts painting in a different style. He claims that it is very boring to paint what a person sees in the mirror every day. Kate tells him again that he just doesn't know how to paint in the classical style. The girl gets annoyed and leaves. Mikey finishes the drawing anyway and continues to create until he runs out of chalk. Kate is furious because of the stains and smudges he leaves in the bathroom. However, she quickly realizes that it is absurd to return the bathroom to its original appearance. She apologizes for her recent behavior. With 20 days left, she finds it increasingly difficult to deal with her emotions. Mikey forgives the girl. Obviously, his art therapy worked and brought him peace of mind for a while. The next morning, Kate goes into the bathroom and is horrified to find a gun there. She calls her boyfriend, who is also frightened by the object. He suggests throwing it in the dirty laundry, but a voice tells him not to. The young people hide it under the bed without even checking for bullets. After a while, a projector hidden in the room suddenly turns on. A video message from Mikey's sister appears on the screen. She immediately begins to ridicule her brother. It becomes clear from her words that she treats Mikey's lover badly and believes that he has already broken up with her. This really hurts Catherine. The boy is very happy to see his sister. It's Kate's turn to send a message, but she panics and shouts that she doesn't want to hear or see anyone on the screen. The face of an old man appears on the screen and tells her that he lives in a homeless shelter. He reminds Catherine of a song he used to sing to her as a child to calm her anxiety. The girl hides in a corner and sobs. Mikey tries to calm her down. At night, she does not let go of his hands. Now she doesn't wake up when the alarm goes off and breaks her habits. She stays in bed all day. A message from her father, whom she has not seen for many years, plunged her into depression. Kate is very ashamed of her alcoholic father, whom she has never told Mikey about. There are just over 2 weeks left before they leave the room, and Kate continues to spend her days lying in bed. Mikey doesn't like this because he is practically alone. He finishes his drawings and reads the label of his pajamas. He jokingly portrays a waiter bringing a dinner menu to a girl in bed. The girl doesn't find it funny, so he lies down next to Kate. The girl does not react to this. Mikey moves to the floor for a change. There are still 18 days ahead, and the guy tries to convince Kate to take the bonus for fun, but she refuses. She will only sleep, meditate, and wash. Thus, she loses the opportunity to talk to her partner. Mikey is desperate and says he can't take it anymore. Catherine advises Mikey to take the second bonus, even though it is worth $250,000. The girl goes to the bathroom, where she tries to cheer herself up with affirmations to no avail. At this time, Mikey pays for the bonus entertainment, and to his surprise, a naked woman enters the room. Kate also meets her. The degree of embarrassment is off the charts, but the girl doesn't suspect anything. At the time, she simply responded to an ad looking for actresses for an unusual assignment. The contract provided for a 30-day period and no clothes. Kate asks Mikey to give her his t-shirt so she can cover up a bit. The girl notices Mikey's drawings and praises him. She even recognizes his drawing style. All this annoys Catherine, and she does not trust the actress's words. Mikey is in a state of confusion. Suddenly, the lights go out and the guy volunteers to sleep on the floor, but Kate convinces everyone to go to bed. She lies down in the middle and can't fall asleep for a long time. In the morning, the naked girl disappears, and Kate breathes a sigh of relief. But it turns out that the actress just went to the bathroom, and Catherine feels irritated again when she sees the actress and Mikey having a nice conversation. Kate finally pays for her entertainment. She receives a box with 3 items that are supposed to quickly improve her mood. She takes one of them and shares it with the actress. Mikey hesitates. It seems that he has been through some hard times in his life and is willing to take more risks than others. In the end, he too succumbs to temptation. The 3 people start dancing and kissing in ecstasy, but soon Mikey is consumed by feelings of fear and anxiety. He thinks he is falling underwater and drowning. He sees a little boy jumping into the pool after him. The girls help him come to his senses. All of this turns out to be a memory of Mikey's younger brother, who tragically died. Mikey did not keep track of Sean because he was drunk. His guilt is killing him. The actress asks Kate how she met Mikey. The girl recalls how she was caught in a rainstorm and a stranger, who also did not have an umbrella, volunteered to help and caught the drops with a very confident look so that she would not get wet. Mikey wakes up in the middle of the night, and the actress calls him to sit next to her. She tells him that she also lost a relative when she was 12 years old. They had a fight with her mother, and the woman left the house and was hit by a car. 20 years have passed, and the grief is still there. Mikey answers that the only cure for sadness is love. The actress asks a reasonable question as to why Mikey agreed to this senseless experiment. He cannot answer this question. The girl calms the man down and takes his hand. Kate, who has woken up, finds them and flies into a rage. The actress says that Kate sees what she wants to see because she is too insecure. The temperature rises and insults are hurled. Michael demands that they stop and walks away. Kate tries to apologize, admitting that she misunderstood the situation, but the actress continues to mock her. She says that the girl's suspicions were not unfounded. Kate decides not to continue the conflict. The next morning, the actress finally disappears from the room, but a message from a guest remains on the wall, thanking Mikey for the night they spent together. Catherine gets angry and interrogates the guy, who assures her that this is just another attempt by the organizers to throw them off balance. But Kate is unstoppable. The actress's eyes are too similar to those of Michael's ex-girlfriend. She doesn't believe him and pushes him. The guy hits his head on the corner and falls to the floor. Blood begins to flow from the back of his head. This scares Kate very much, and her emotions immediately change to apology. Mikey reminds her of all the times he gave up his plans and sacrificed his career to be with Catherine. He was always faithful to her, but in return he received only new outbursts of jealousy. Kate continues to apologize, but Mikey is getting worse and realizes that he needs to see a doctor. To do this, he will have to leave the room, but Kate stubbornly refuses to let him go and takes it upon herself to administer first aid. Mikey realizes that the girl is completely overplaying her hand and will not interrupt the experiment even if the boy faints. Mikey tells the girl that this place makes lovers angrier and more aggressive. He suggests that she finish the experiment and get out of there. The guy still hopes that Catherine will come to her senses and see that the thirst for money has changed her, bringing out the worst in her. Only refusing the prize can be a real victory. But Kate refuses. She thinks it's easy for Michael to make this decision because his family has always had money. The guy can't stand it and goes to the button himself, and the girl takes a gun from under the bed. She says that everything is Mikey's fault and asks him to stay, but this only convinces Michael that he is making the right choice. If they don't stop now, the room will finally break them. Despite the warning shot in the air, Mikey opens the door and walks out. Kate lowers her gun and falls to the floor in hysterics. There are only a few days left, but the girl's condition is miserable. She doesn't know what to do with herself, and she is constantly having nervous breakdowns. Kate reaches for the button. Many months later, Michael goes for a run and spots Catherine. The girl was visiting her father in a homeless shelter. The young people have not seen each other since the boy left the room. They don't hold it against each other and apologize for what happened. Mikey asks if Kate has received her winnings, but the girl evades the question and changes the subject. The couple leaves. We see a plaque on the shelter, where a new dining room was opened thanks to an anonymous donor. Meanwhile, new lovers enter the experimental room. The enthusiastic couple is already fantasizing about what they will spend their winnings on, but they don't know what lies ahead. If you have watched the video so far, you should know that I'm happy to have viewers like you. Thank you for watching to the end. Subscribe to the channel and follow the news. OLEJA Recapped was with you. See you soon.